Welcome to the This Mum Loves Tech podcast, the go-to show for female business owners who want to simplify tech and get the support they need to grow their online businesses with confidence. I'm Nicola Walsh, your podcast host. I'm also a mum to two cheeky boys and I love tech, so you don't have to. I'm here to share actionable tips, tools and strategies that will help you streamline your business and make the tech work for you. So whether you're watching after the kids have gone to bed or listening while on the school run, let's dive into today's episode and make tech that little bit easier. Hello and welcome to another edition of This Mum Loves Tech. Today we are diving into one of the simplest yet most impactful tech decisions you can make for your online business: setting up a professional email address. If you listen to the first episode, you'll know already that it's on one of my 5 key decisions you can make as an online business owner. So today we are going to explore this further, and I'll be explaining why this small step makes such a huge difference to your business. And then I'm going to share how Google Workspace can be the key to simplifying your email life and why you're likely to need a Google account at some point in your business. So let's start with the big question: why a professional email address is so important. First impressions matter, especially online. When someone sees an email from @yourbusinessname.com, it instantly adds a layer of professionalism and credibility to your business. It shows that you're serious and that you've taken that extra step to present yourself professionally. Now let's compare that to an email from yourbusinessname@gmail.com. It just doesn't have the same impact, does it? Using a professional email address helps you stand out, build trust with your client from that very first email. Every email you send is a tiny opportunity to market your business. A professional email address, because it uses your brand name, it keeps your business and your business name front and center. Whether you're replying to a client, sending an invoice, sharing your newsletter, they all come from that business email address. Having any of these things come from a domain email address is a subtle but powerful way to remind people of who you are and what you offer. And over time, this consistency adds up and builds that know, like, and trust factor. One of my clients told me that switching to a professional email address made her feel like a proper business owner, and it gave her the confidence to actually pitch to those larger clients. Here's something many people don't realize. Using a free email provider like Gmail or Yahoo could be hurting your chances of landing on people's inboxes. Platforms like Gmail have strict spam filters, and emails from free providers are more likely to end up in the junk folder. However, when you use a professional email address, you can add extra security measures by adding records to your domain, things like SPF, DKIM, and DMARC. Now, these may sound techie, but they're essentially just a way of telling the other email platforms that you are the real deal and that your email is legitimate, and that will keep you out of the spam folder. And you can't do that with a free email. It needs to be one that you own. Once you've set up your professional email address, it also opens up your business to lots more possibilities. For example, email marketing. It's a brilliant way to connect with your audience, especially with all the latest drama happening on in the social media world. An email list is a really important asset to an online business owner because it's something that you own. You own the email addresses that are on that list, and people can't take that away from you. But since the email authentication changes came in last February in 2024, personal email addresses can no longer be used with email marketing platforms such as MailerLite. You have to be able to authenticate your domain using those different domain records that I spoke about just a minute ago. And you can only do that with a professional email address. So a professional email address is essential if you want to create newsletters and email campaigns, send automated sequences, all those cool things that we can do with email marketing. Starts with a professional email address. An email list is one of the most cost-effective ways of building relationships, nurturing trust, and turning your subscribers into super fans. Okay, so hopefully I've explained a little bit about why a professional email address is so important. And now let's talk about Google Workspace and why I love it for setting up a professional email address. Google Workspace actually allows you to use a Gmail inbox. Now that's an inbox where most of us are familiar with, but instead of your emails coming from @Gmail email address, with a professional Google Workspace account, we can connect our domain so that the emails come from @ourbusinessname.com. But the best part is the inbox and how you use it is exactly the same as it would have been if you'd had that @Gmail email address. So you don't need to learn another system. And thank goodness for that, because we don't need to be learning new things in our business. Anything that we already know that we can use, it's got to be a win. And it's not just emails that are then linked to your domain. With Google Workspace, you get features like your Google Drive, Docs, calendars, and they all get connected to your professional email address. I mean, I couldn't live without my Google Calendar. My whole life runs on there. And it's just so great to know that it's all running through that one email address. I haven't got to keep thinking, what account have I got all these different things set up on? Google Workspace is the ultimate all-in-one solution for running your business. And here's why it's a game changer. You can stay organized. You can keep your business emails, your files, your calendar, your schedule all in one place. You can access it from anywhere. So you can access because it's all kind of cloud-based, you can access your emails, all those important documents, your calendar, as I said, from your laptop, your phone, or your tablet, wherever you are, on any person's device as well. You just need to log into your account. And you can grow with ease. You can link multiple domains or set up team members within your one Google Workspace account. I think I actually have 4 different domains now, all connected to the one Google Workspace, and I'm only paying the single £6 a month price. That's how much Google Workspace costs. But I'm able to run multiple email addresses from my inbox. And that is the biggest time saver for me, is having everything under one roof. No more toggling between different platforms, different accounts, trying to remember what account you signed into. Because let's face it, at some point you're going to need some sort of Google account, because it's not just the Google Docs, Drive, Calendar, all of that stuff that requires a Google account. There are other areas that you're definitely going to want to set up that are going to need to have that Google account. Things like Google My Business. This is where you can set up a profile that appears in search results and where you can collect Google reviews. And you need a Google account to be able to set one of these up. Google Analytics and Google Search Console. These are must-haves if you get to the stage of having a website and understanding who's coming to your website, why they're using it, and helping you to show up in a Google search. Again, you need to have some sort of Google account to get this started. Have you ever signed up for something, maybe a freebie or working with a coach or something, and they're using Google Docs and Sheets to send you the information? A lot of analytics and tracking is often on a Google Sheet. And so you need to have a Google account to be able to access and edit them. Again, it's so much easier if it's all under the one account and you're not trying to remember where did this freebie that you got saved. And finally, YouTube. If you are planning to set up a YouTube channel, you are going to need to have a Google account, because YouTube is owned by Google. So hopefully that's highlighted how important having some sort of Google account is. And wouldn't it be easier if it all ran through the one professional account connected to your business and your domain name, instead of being scattered over several different Gmail accounts and you can't remember which one's connected to what? I know it certainly makes my life easier to only have one email address and password to remember to access all of these Google features. Just make sure that you do have 2-factor turned on for extra security if you are going to be using the same account for all of these different features. Now, I know you're thinking, I have highlighted it already, but you're probably thinking, how much is this actually going to cost me? And the good news is Google Workspace does not break the bank. You can get started with a business starter account for just £6 a month. And as I said before, it's the plan that I am still using, and it will give you everything you need to run your online business with ease. I actually have got an affiliate link, and if you email me for a code, you can actually get your first year for only £5 a month. So even better, win-win. I will be putting that affiliate link into the show notes, but you will have to email me because I have to give everyone out an individual code. Now, another question you may have is, I already have a professional email, but I'm liking the sound of having everything under one Google account. Well, I have some good news for you. If you're already using your professional email address with another provider, like say who you bought your domain with, Google Workspace makes it super easy to switch. They have got a data migration tool built into Google Workspace that will move all of your data over, all of your emails, even ones that are in your sent folder, so you don't have to lose all of the emails that you currently have in your inbox. You can just switch them over and migrate them from your current inbox over to Google Workspace. And I have helped many clients make the switch, and they say it's been a game changer for their productivity and their business now that everything is all under Google Workspace. So on Thursday, the 23rd of January at 1 p.m, I am hosting a live workshop called Your Professional Email Starter Guide using Google Workspace. In this workshop, I'm going to walk you step by step through setting up your account, migrating your emails if needed, how you do that, and getting everything running smoothly. This is your chance to transform your email into a business asset that works for you. And the best part, it's completely free. The link to sign up is in the description of this episode, and I'd love for you to join me. If you've been putting off setting up your professional email because it feels overwhelming, this is your chance to be shown how to do it in a simple and clear way. Plus, if you have any questions, bring them along and I'll be answering them at the end of this live masterclass. But don't worry if you're listening to this episode after the 23rd of Jan 2025. The replays are all of the free monthly masterclasses that I do as part of the This Mum Loves Tech community are in the membership. And I'll add a link to find out more about the membership in the show notes as well. So before I go, let's quickly revisit the main points for today, because I want to make sure you understand how important that professional email address is to your business. So number one, first impressions matter. A professional email address linked to your domain instantly boosts your credibility and helps you stand out as a serious business owner. Constant branding. Every email you send reinforces your brand and your business and keeps the name of your business front and center of all the interactions that you have. Improved deliverability. Professional emails are less likely to end up in spam folders if you add the extra security measures, like I mentioned, the SPF, DKIM and DMARC codes, which you can only do with a professional email linked to a domain name. Email marketing. With those recent changes in the email protection, a professional email address is the only way you can now get started with email marketing, and using platforms like MailerLite. And that means that you can then connect with your audience and get them off of social media, which is very important at the moment. And finally, a Google account is actually a business must-have. If you plan on setting up a Google My Business profile or getting into YouTube, you are going to need to have a Google account. And linking it to your professional email address just streamlines all these vital tools under one account, which makes it easier and simpler for you to run your business. I hope this episode has given you an insight into why I love Google Workspace and use it within my business. It's definitely one of the tools I could not run my business without. If you found this episode helpful, I would love it if you could share it with a fellow mum in business who might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed with the tech, and together we can help our businesses grow. I hope to see you in the next episode of the This Mum Loves Tech podcast.